Hello, board gamers. So I'm now going to talk a little bit about where to start a solo board gaming hobby. Maybe you have played board games before with other people, and you are kind of starting to look what you can do as a solo only board gamer, and what games are good for solo, because they are not the same games that might be good for a group play. So if you are not that experienced with board gaming in general, something like Wingspan could be a good place to start. It's easy to learn, not too complicated. It has a solo mode, and it's a highly recommended game on any board gaming forums. Uh, Also, something really easy is viticulture. It's really easy to learn, really fast to play, um, and it it has the solo mode, but it's a little bit older game, so I wouldn't not probably recommend this if you are experienced in board gaming already. And then if we go a little bit deeper, something like Lost Ruins of Arnak could be a good option. It's a little bit more heavier than Viticulture, for example. It's an excellent game. It has a decent solo mode. It's a recommended game on many different forums, and it's also good with other people. So it's a complete package and not that difficult to learn. So that might be a really good option, or even something like Everdale. The solo mode that Everdale has in the own box that it comes, it's not that great, but there is a variation on the file section that's much more better for solo play. But in general, this is also a really nice board game to start. Board gaming hobby and solo board gaming. The game is really good, and it offers a lot of good gameplay mechanisms that will be same in many other games. This is a worker placement game where you're trying to build your tableau, and you can see the similar mechanics in many other games. And if you think about these four games, Ark Nova comes to my mind next to these games. This is a little bit heavier than Wingspan, Viticultural Lost Ruin, Arnak, and Everdell, but this is the best game of these five games in my opinion. Uh, and as you can see, this is ranked 3 overall in Board Game Geek Forum, which is not, of course, the only measure to compare games, but it is a highly praised game. And in my opinion, the solo mode is excellent when you are using the Arno variation that somebody made on the Board Game Geek. Here you have it, Arno Alternative Solo Mode. This is an excellent solo mode for the game. The base game own solo mode is lacking a little bit, but this Arno is an excellent variation, and it's a really good solo experience in my opinion. A really good place to start if you are already experienced in board gaming and you want to try the solo board game stuff. And then if you like something like deck building, you could go for something like Dune Imperium. It's a worker placement deck building game with a little bit like conflict also. And this is an excellent game. And the solo mode is really nicely done. Even that it cheats a little bit, but it's streamlined. It plays the same way as human players, and it offers a pretty complex game in pretty easy rules, I would say, because the game is not that hard to learn, but there's a lot of going on. You are deck building, you are placing workers, you are kind of having a little bit area control moments and fighting the conflicts and stuff like that. And this is a really good a solo game. This is the one of the first I played the solo mode really much. Um, for some reason, I just love doing Imperium solo, and I keep it on my table for at least a month or even 2 months and play it like, I don't know, 30, 40 times. It was so fun. And if you like a deck building aspect, then you could dig something like Eon's End. It's purely a boss fighter deck builder game. It's pretty easy to learn. It doesn't have long setup time at all. Uh, it offers still a great solo experience. So this is a really good solo game that won't be rules heavy or heavy game in general, but offers a complex um, puzzle, I would say, that you have to solve to win the Nemesis battle. So it's a really solid option for a solo gamer. And then, of course, there are the classics like Feast for Odin. But this is only if you are already experienced board gamer. And Feast for Odin is an excellent game, but the solo mode is just beat your own score. So that's not for everybody. Keep that in mind. If you like to play against a real opponent, real challenge that plays like a human, this game doesn't have that. It's just beat your own score, but the game is still very satisfying experience. One of the classics there is. And then if you probably like a little bit more mature game, you want some war and area control, Sight offers a good solo mode, but again, it's a little bit heavier game, and it's only recommended if you are already a board gamer, and this is not the first game you want to buy if you are not experienced in modern day board gaming at all. But Sight gives a little bit like a war game experience in solo package. So you are controlling areas, you are playing asymmetric factions, and the solo mode really does good job feeling like you are playing a real game with other human players. I really like the Sight solo mode. And then, of course, there is a different genres. If you, for example, are a Magic the Gathering fan and you want to try some board gaming stuff, the living card games are one option. For example, Marvel Champions is the modern one. Uh, if you are a Marvel fan, this could be your thing, or the Lord of the Rings one. There is also from the same company Arkham Horror, which is a little bit more like a narrative game than these two. But these are some good solo experiences. And maybe if you are somebody who enjoys card games, for example, the Magic the Gathering, this could bring the same taste to the table as a solo experience. I myself used to play Magic the Gathering a lot back in the early 2000s, and some way these games are kind of bringing memories back, and this give the same kind of feeling in a way. So these are an excellent option if you like card games and want something like Magic the Gathering as a solo game. So these are my recommends where you could start. But keep in mind, if you are not an experienced board gamer, start with something like these a little bit easier games. Maybe Ark Nova. It has a little bit more rules, but it's a really solid, easy to understand solo board game that is available in every store, I think. So these are really good options. And as I said, this was the game for me, Dune Imperium. It really opened my eyes as a solo board gamer. For some reason, this was the one that hit me the hardest at the first when I started to solo board game. And this was so nice experience. I still love to play it solo mode or with other people. So these were the games that got me started truly in solo board gaming. So what are your solo board game recommendations for a starting player? Leave a comment below. And thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.